Back as promised. I told y'all I was going to continue on with the story. And going back to for those who just clicked this video, this is the Karceno Hood stories. This is volume 16, which could have been 15.5, but let's go into it. I will recap from the last one. I was mentioning the Corliss versus Harlem War that took place that started during the football match between the two teams. Corliss High School and Harlan High School are close. They're about 10 minutes away from each other, and it's just known for the many different problems they normally had going up against one another. And it's one of many, like all the schools have this. You have the Curry Bogan situation, Morgan Park Julian situation. So yeah, I'm quite aware of what happens when these schools hook up. Now, here's the situation. Corliss and Harlan has this football game. Drew's on the team. So at that time, I didn't even go to the game. From what I heard, the fight had broke all the way out in the streets. So people were swinging football helmets at each other on the field. People was in the streets fighting, coming out of the stands. And Corliss was upset. They came up there and started a fight on their turf, and I guess they whooped Corliss up. So when they came up to the school, they just started beating people up. And I wasn't there that day. I was there, but I left early before all the stuff started happening, and we started hearing about what happened. Dude got hit with a brick in the mouth and knocked all his teeth to the back. He had to get them surgically taken out and stuff and get new teeth put in. And, Randy Bird got hit with the bottle, messed his eye up, and and it was just a shock. Police were called to come up there, and by the time the cops got there, it was to no avail. It was like, what you gonna do? But break up the action. People finna break out once they see the cops. And all these people had gotten beat up and attacked. So the next day in school, everybody who wasn't there or everybody is talking, that's the only thing people gonna talk about. And the football team was known as the protectors. Like, these were the guys that, like, were the bodyguards of the school, basically. So all the girls at the school was like, yeah, y'all supposed to be so big and tough. Y'all let Corliss come up in here. The girls just running their mouths. So they already salty that this happened. Because Hawk and them, it wouldn't have went that way had these guys been there. Some of these guys had been there. But it's like they came at a perfect time. It was perfectly timed for them to come and do that to them. And now, this day here, everybody's upset. And they going up to the bus terminal. The bus terminal on 95th is about literally 2 minutes from the school. So, the school's on Michigan. Terminal's right there. 95th terminal right there. So, that 106, the Corliss bus, is coming in, and then people from Corliss is getting off that bus, and then they just heard that they had took the guy Joe's San Francisco 49ers jacket. The kid stole his jacket and had all these he had all the 49ers buttons, Joe Montana, Rice on them, and they stole his starter coat, and they was like, look, that's it. This is finna stop. And they was like, man, they just jacked him, like, and the dudes is like, that's with him, they're waiting to pick him up. They waiting at our school. And they out there in a geo tracker. When this news had went back to the old neighborhoods, you have some of the hoods that used to go to the school that graduated, and they just in the hood. So you got two crazy people who heard about this, Jason and Bay. They were the two craziest individuals to ever go to this school. Once they heard what happened, wow. So my throat, I was just choking to death. But once they heard what happened, they were livid. So they came up there to get down. So once they got up there, they realized that, like, man, where's everybody at? Why ain't nobody out here? They grabbing everybody that's in the school that should be doing something about it. Man, when you at, man? Why you ain't do nothing? Get out of my face. All y'all some punks. So Jason and Bay, they go out there. They see everybody had the geo trackers back then. Those little, they look like golf carts out there. So they sitting out there in the tracker waiting on this dude from Corliss to get out. And they was like, dude was like, are you from Corliss? He was like, yeah. Just what I thought. Pow! Guy punched him in the face. And the guy ran and got in the tracker, and they got everybody to turn the track over. And everybody rocked the car. They knocked the car over, rocked the car till it went over. And I was like, that's one. Let's go to the terminal and get him. Because he got to be coming on the bus. It's like the entire school was following him. And they, one big wave going over there to the terminal. And this is a good chance. People who had beef within the school with each other was normally unified in this motion, except for the women. You know, Erica Wilson had a problem with running her mouth a lot. I don't know, she was an ex-classmate of mine, and then she ended up going to the same school. We never had any classes together, but from whatever, every time something went down, it was because of her running her mouth. And them Princeton Park girls she got into it with, Princeton Park wasn't finna just let you run your mouth all the time. And you right there by Princeton Park. So as soon as the school was out and everybody was making the motion, they knew this was the time to get her. And next thing you know, we all moving past. I see her laying on the curb, crying and whining. And they was like, see, you ain't so tough now. Them Princeton Park girls put a whooping on her in the middle of all this. And I'm like, man, sorry, you know. Sometimes you just gotta be quiet. Can't be talking hard to these people over here at Princeton Park and you don't know them. You know, it's no joke. You know, you over there in Grove Heights, you gotta respect. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that until something like that happens. So anyway, we walk past that. We get all the way to the terminal, and Bay is like, him and Jason like, spread out. And everybody just go up, spread out against the class. The security guy's up there by himself. And, you know, the local CTA security guy, he there. And everybody just sitting there waiting on the bus. And sure enough, the bus pull up from Corliss. My man get out, walking, like nothing don't happen. Everybody, and the whole school is at the terminal. It's like, dude, the whole terminal's full this day. You got to know something was wrong. He ain't think nothing of it. He just walking. And everybody just posted up. And as soon as he walked past Bay, Bay just turned around, took out a pistol, walked up behind him and slapped him in the back of the head with it. Bam! My man fall down. Oh my gosh. You talking about an entire school beating one human being. And Hawk, rest in peace to Hawk. Hawk went up there on the top of the rail. Hold him there. Hold him down. I'm finna do my Macho Man. I'm Randy Savage. I'm finna drop an elbow on him. Oh God. Hawk's favorite wrestler was Macho Man Randy Savage. And Hawk wanted to drop elbows down on people. Oh, man. So they start police start coming to get everybody out to this. It's a big beatdown. And what's his name got away. He decided when they let the police dogs out, that's how they had to get dude rescued. When they had the cops came and they just let the dogs loose. Once they broke them dogs loose, because they was still hanging there, everybody's like, all right, leave him alone. It's done. It's done. These two people still standing there, dirt, them still stomping on them. Kicking him, man. They like, man, he's done. Leave him alone. That's why they ended up going to the route they went. But he was smart. His buddy got called, and that led into a whole nother beef. And I'm going to tell you that two friends Dirt there, I can't think of the other dude's name. I think his name's Lance. But they stomping dude out. And they was like, man, leave him alone. You know, like the whole school just beat this man up. Let's get up out of here. And they let the dogs out, literally. And my man got away from the dogs because he ran down incoming traffic on the expressway. He ran down that way where the cars is coming up. And that dog wasn't finna chase him down there. The dog just stopped up there. Like, oh, I'm not finna go into traffic where these cars are and get myself ran over. That's against orders. And Lance shot back towards the school. And he just climbed up, man. He saw them dogs coming. He shot up towards the school. That big old German Shepherd coming. That man, he made it to the school. That's what shocked me. And he climbed the baseball fence. And he was like, look, they just come to take me to jail from here. I'm staying up here. I ain't coming down. He just like, I'm going to just sit up here on this baseball thing right here. Until somebody come get me, they can take me to jail. And they came and took him to jail. And the police dog was up there. He was just like, man, dog's coming after me. I'm gone. I can't believe he made it. That's how fast he was. So, I think he was on the track team, if I'm not mistaken. But we had one of the best track team, Rhonda Strong. And I can't think of the dude's name who was the fastest dude, broke every record. I remember Rhonda Strong. I can't remember dude's name because he was short. He used to break all these records, man. We was coming in #1 cross country, Rhonda Strong, everybody. And I could not think of dude's name because he kept having to go to work, couldn't come to practice, and when he come, he just burned everybody out. But Drew, y'all probably know his name. Uh-oh, that beat means it's time to go. I'm out. And follow the playlist. It's got a lot of hood stories and stuff in there. I'll put some more in there when I get some time. All right.